Welcome back once again. Dear students, today we will talk about anatomy of monocot root. Internally, monocot root shows following structural details. The first region is epidermis or piliferous layer or epibelima. It is composed of single outermost layer of thin-walled cells, and these cells at some places bear unicellular root hairs. The epidermal cells, they do not possess cuticle on their outer surface. Okay, cuticle absent होता है roots में. Then cortex, it is made up of many layers of parenchymatous cells, and these parenchymatous cells are having intercellular spaces between individual cells. The outer layer or a few layers sometimes become cutinized and form the exodermis. जो एपिबेलिमा से नीचे वाले लेयर्स होते हैं, a single layer or a few layers, उनके walls में क्यूटिनाइड हो जाता है and they become thick walled, and this thick walled zone of cells, it is known as exodermis. So this is very much important. Okay, you will remember this point that in case of monocot roots there is exodermis below the epidermis. Then endodermis, it is a single circular layer of barrel shaped cells around the pericycle. These cells are compactly placed, leaving no intercellular space. These are the barrel shaped cells of endodermis, and they are placed around the pericycle in the form of a circle. Okay, and the individual cells of this endodermis, they possess Casparian strips in their radial walls, and these Casparian strips are composed of a water impermeable waxy substance known as suberin. Okay, but some cells of this endodermis, they remain thin walled. They do not have the deposition of suberin on their walls. They remain thin walled, and these cells usually have xylem groups opposite to them. Okay, say for example, this is one endodermal cell, it possesses a xylem group on its inner side, and this is another endodermal cell, it possesses a xylem group on its inner side. These cells remain thin walled and are known as passage cells. Okay, the function of these passage cells is that they help in the transport of water and dissolved minerals which are present in the cortex directly into the xylem. Okay, then pericycle, it consists of one or a few layers of parenchyma cells which lie just below the endodermis. The cells of pericycle, they give rise to lateral roots, just like I have already told you about dicot roots. Okay, dicot roots में क्या होता है? The cells of pericycle, they give rise to lateral roots or root branches. Same is the case with monocot roots, but you have to remember that in case of monocot roots, the pericycle cells do not form the cambium. That is why monocot roots में secondary growth absent होती है. Then the vascular bundles, monocot roots are usually polyauric. It means that they have more than 6 vascular bundles. Okay, and these vascular bundles are radial, exarch and closed. Let us make it here. This is one xylem group, this is another, 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, ये एक xylem group है, ये दूसरा है. ओके, ये तीसरा है. So you have more than 6 vascular bundles. Okay, and in between two xylem groups there is a phloem group. Okay, this is phloem, this is phloem. That means xylem alternates with phloem, xylem phloem, xylem phloem, xylem phloem. This alternating arrangement of xylem and phloem, that means their placement along different radii, this is known as radial arrangement of vascular bundles. Okay, and the arrangement of xylem is such that the protoxylem lies towards periphery and metaxylem lies towards center. That means the direction of development is from periphery towards the center, centripetal. This is known as exarch condition. Okay, and these vascular bundles are closed. It means they do not possess the cambium. Okay, the xylem and phloem bundles. The xylem and phloem bundles, say for example, this is one xylem bundle, this is another xylem bundle, and in between these two xylem bundles you have a phloem bundle here. The xylem and phloem bundles, they are separated by कंजक्टिव टिश्यूज, जैसे मैंने आपको बोला था डाइकॉट रूट्स में, यहाँ पे भी जाइलम और फ्लोएम के बीच कंजक्टिव टिश्यू होता है. बट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दैट द कंजक्टिव टिश्यू इन केस ऑफ मोनोकॉट रूट्स इट इज़ कंपोज्ड ऑफ स्क्लेरेन्काइमा सेल्स. ओके, अगर हम देखेंगे जो डाइकॉट रूट्स है, डाइकॉट रूट्स में कंजक्टिव टिश्यू इज मेड अप ऑफ पैरेन्काइमा सेल्स, बट हियर it is made up of sclerenchyma cells. And finally, pith. Pith is very large in case of monocot roots, and the individual cells of this pith they are of parenchymatous nature. अगर आपको याद होगा, मैंने आपको बोला था जो डाइकॉट रूट्स होते हैं उनमें पिथ स्मॉल होता है. ओके, उनमें पिथ स्मॉल होता है, और in some cases it is altogether absent. But here I am saying that the pith of monocot roots it is very large and it's made up of parenchymatous cells. Okay, it is very much predominant. Now let's have a look on the anatomical features of the monocot root on this slide. The outermost region, the outermost layer is piliferous layer. Then we have a few layers of cutinized cells. They form the exodermis, and then the cortex. The innermost layer of cortex, this is known as endodermis, and this endodermis it is present in the form of a circle around the pericycle. The pericycle is usually single layered or a few layered in some cases. Okay, then the vascular bundles. The vascular bundles are polyarch. Polyarch means you have more than 6 vascular bundles. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, more than 6 vascular bundles. It means polyarch condition. And they are radial. Radial means you have xylem group here, phloem group here. They are not placed next to each other. Instead, they are placed at alternating radii. Okay, that means they are placed along different radii. This is xylem on one radii. This is phloem on another radii. Okay, this is phloem on another radii. And the position of protoxylem and metaxylem in case of xylem bundles is such that protoxylem lies towards periphery. This is protoxylem, this is metaxylem, and this arrangement of xylem is known as X-arc condition. This is known as X-arc. X-arc means the direction of development is towards the center. Xylem matures first at the periphery, then it starts maturing towards the center. Okay, and then finally pith. Pith is very much large in case of monocot roots. The individual cells of this pith they are parenchymatous in nature, and they store starch grains. Okay, this is all about the anatomy of monocot roots. I hope you all understand this. Thank you, and stay blessed.